In the dead of night, David and Susan Pratt raced to their nursery, hearts pounding, only to freeze in shock. There, cradled beside their baby, lay a wild bobcat, purring softly as it nuzzled closer. They watched, breathless and bewildered. But what happened next will shock even those who thought they'd seen everything. Let's go back to the beginning. The winter night shrouded the quaint suburban neighborhood of Maplewood, Minnesota, with an almost poetic tranquility. Snow blanketed the streets and rooftops, muting the world to a gentle hush, save for the occasional sigh of the icy wind weaving through the bare branches of the trees. Inside the Pratt's new home, warmth exuded from the crackling fireplace, wrapping around the family like a comforting embrace. The scent of pine, mingling with the crisp evening air sneaking in from a slightly ajar window, enhanced the cozy atmosphere. David and Susan Pratt, recent transplants from the bustling city to this serene suburb, were keen to adapt to their new surroundings. Their home, strategically nestled near a sprawling forest reserve, resonated with their love for nature and the untamed beauty it promised. David, a devoted hiker, and Susan, a passionate birdwatcher, felt like they had found the perfect backdrop for their humble abode, where they could indulge their love for the natural world. In their cozy living room, the couple sat nestled on a plush sofa, engrossed in a late-night classic movie. The glow from the television flickered softly, casting shadows that danced playfully along the walls. They were trying to unwind from the bustling activities of moving and settling in, all while attending to the needs of their infant daughter, Lily. Their little bundle of joy had developed a reputation for her untimely cries, often breaking the night's silence with a piercing wail that seemed insatiable. That night, as a scene unfolded on the screen, Lily's cries pierced through the pleasant ambiance, echoing through the baby monitor perched on a side table. Her distress had an urgency that was familiar, a call to action for a parent's gentle lullaby or the swaying rhythm of a parent's arms. David, feeling the pull of parental duty, prepared to rise and soothe his daughter back to sleep. But just as he was about to step away, something curious happened. The cries ceased, as if someone had tenderly switched off the sound with a comforting lull. Replacing Lily's desperate wails was an unexpected sound, a soft, rhythmic purring that vibrated gently through the monitor. It was an unexpected chord in the melody of their nightly routine. The sound intrigued them immediately. It was unearthly, yet so imbued with warmth and reassurance that it gave them pause. A shared glance between David and Susan spoke volumes, an understanding that they needed to investigate this peculiar event. Intrigue turned slowly into a mix of curiosity and subtle alarm. They moved quietly, cautiously through the hallway, their footsteps barely making a sound against the hardwood floors. Each step brought them closer to the nursery's slightly open door, the purring growing stronger with each stride. David reached for the handle tentatively, easing the door open with a gentle push, unsure of what they were about to uncover. Their hearts pounded a subtle rhythm in their chests, a percussion of anticipation as they stepped into the soft glow of the nursery, unaware that an extraordinary encounter awaited them. The nursery, with its pastel-colored walls adorned with playful animal prints, seemed tranquil and undisturbed. Yet, nestled beside their baby was a sight that would leave them breathless, setting the stage for a deeper connection with the wild that lay just beyond their doorstep. As the dim light from the nursery night lamp bathed the room in a soft glow, the Pratt family was confronted with a scene that seemed to leap from the pages of a folklore tale. Lying in the delicate folds of Lily's crib, a creature of the wild, sleek and agile, cloaked in tawny fur with dark, elegant markings, curled protectively around their infant daughter. It was a bobcat, a creature both revered and feared for its solitary nature and hauntingly beautiful appearance. The sight was an unsettling juxtaposition of the domestic and the wild, leaving David and Susan caught in a vortex of emotions. The primal instinct to protect their child clashed with an overwhelming curiosity toward the feline's tranquil demeanor. Susan's mind raced, her thoughts a flurry of concern and urgency. She instinctively reached for her phone, intent on summoning help. Yet, David, transfixed by the gentle rise and fall of the bobcat's breath as it lay close to Lily, motioned for pause. There was something oddly serene about the scene unfolding before them. A moment of profound connection that defied the natural order. It was the eyes of the bobcat that truly captivated them. As David and Susan peered into the room, the bobcat lifted its gaze to meet theirs. Its eyes were pools of amber, reflecting not the stark territorial aggression one might expect, but a calm, enduring wisdom reminiscent of old souls. An unspoken understanding seemed to pass between the bobcat and the stunned parents, carried on the gentle vibrations of its purring, a sound more reminiscent of a lullaby than a warning. Beneath the layer of fear lay a burgeoning sense of wonder, mingled with respect. Never before had the Pratts considered the possibility that such a wild creature could exhibit such tenderness, especially one renowned for its solitary nature. There was something maternal in the gentle way it nuzzled closer, as if understanding the vulnerable need of the small human nestled in the warmth of its body. The fragility of their daughter met the raw beauty of nature in a delicate equilibrium of trust and instinct. The room was hushed, the only sound the steady rhythm of the bobcat's purring interwoven with the soft breaths of their sleeping child. With each moment that passed, the Pratts found their initial terror giving way to an almost spiritual peace, as if they were witnesses to a rare miracle. This was nature's unexpected gift, a reminder of the invisible threads that sometimes weave human and animal lives into a tapestry of unexpected relationships. As David and Susan stood in awe, a thought emerged, tentative yet persistent. Could this wild visitor be a guardian in disguise? They were left pondering the mysteries of the natural world, where the boundaries between fear and fascination blur, revealing the profound beauty of coexistence and the surprising alliances that can flourish within its embrace. The unexpectedly serene encounter between the Pratt family and the bobcat quickly transformed their lives into a tapestry woven with curiosity, wonder, and an unconventional bond. Each night, as the world outside the frosty windows of their suburban home fell silent, the gentle purring of the bobcat, whom they now referred to as Amber, would unfailingly echo through Lily's nursery. Her piercing cries, once a nightly ritual for the household, diminished with Amber's arrival. The tiny child, with her cherubic innocence, seemed inexplicably calmed by the soothing lullabies that only a creature with Amber's peculiar history could provide. Amber's frequent visits became an integral part of their evenings. The bobcat, with her graceful yet cautious demeanor, approached their home as if fulfilling a secret mission crafted by nature itself. There was something enchanting, almost ethereal, about the way Amber nestled near the crib, wrapping Lily in a cocoon of warmth and security that physicians and pediatric manuals could never replicate. In no time, Lily's restlessness became a thing of the past, her nights now long stretches of undisturbed sleep, cradled by the rhythmic cadence of the bobcat's purrs. David and Susan, both experiencing the tug-of-war between parental instincts and sheer unyielding curiosity, found themselves entranced by this nocturnal visitor. As parents, their immediate concern was Lily's safety. Yet, the gentle aura exuded by the bobcat instilled not fear but fascination, a rare harmony between human and wildlife. It was humane and humbling, bridging the gap between two species with a common bond of loss and nurture. Spurred by this unique occurrence, David delved into research about the regional wildlife. Hours spent poring over articles and records bore unexpected fruit, a revelation that swept the Pratt family into a deeper understanding of their wild guest. Amber belonged to a wildlife program known for fostering animals stripped of motherhood. The sanctuary, only a stone's throw away, provided refuge for creatures much like Amber, navigating their way through grief in search of solace. Amber's unresolved heartbreak over her own cubs resonated deeply within the Pratts. It was this unspoken sorrow and desire to mother that unconsciously steered Amber to their home. Lily, with her unparalleled vulnerability and purity, had become Amber's unforeseen outlet for her motherly instincts. This poignant discovery was more than information. It was a lifeline that connected their worlds, a testament to the unassuming might of nature's healing powers. With newfound clarity, David and Susan watched Amber, with her unrefined grace and silent dignity, bestow maternal comfort upon Lily. This unprecedented union between the bobcat and the human child transformed their understanding of companionship and kinship, challenging the confines of conventional family structures. In Amber's company, the Pratts found more than just a whimsical tale to recount. They encountered a profound narrative of loss, resilience, and the enduring power of love that transcends barriers and births extraordinary connections. The Pratts' journey to understand Amber's motives revealed layers of empathy they never knew they possessed. As they stood at the threshold of their decision, complexity shadowed their hearts. It wasn't merely a matter of allowing Amber to continue her visits. It was about forging a bridge between the human world and the untamed wilderness she represented. The sanctuary's correspondents had been prompt and understanding, recognizing the significance of Amber's bond with Lily and eager to support a harmonious solution. The proposal was to accommodate Amber's need for space and security while maintaining her instinctual ties to the forested area she belonged to. Turning their backyard into a sanctuary wasn't merely a physical endeavor. It symbolized a shift in perspective for the Pratts. David and Susan threw themselves into the transformation with fervor, consulting wildlife experts and volunteers from the sanctuary who guided them on best practices for creating a friendly habitat. They learned to balance the natural instincts of a bobcat with the safety and sanctity of their family home. The enclosed area became a miniature retreat, blending seamlessly with the existing landscape. Strategically placed logs, soft bedding, and hidden spaces for Amber to hide and retreat. In the following weeks, Amber's sporadic appearances turned into a routine. Her presence was both majestic and gentle, as if she instinctively grasped her new role in this unexpected family. From the edge of the backyard, Amber would gaze with her keen, shimmering eyes, a silent sentinel watching over Lily as she played or slept. Her deep, resonant purrs became the steady lullaby that soothed even the most restless of nights. Neighbors began to whisper about the enchantment of the Pratts' home, a place where the boundary between wilderness and domesticity blurred. The story of the bobcat guardian and her human child companion transcended the quiet streets, drawing curiosity and wonder. News outlets caught wind of the story, and the tale of Amber and Lily soon spread like wildfire, captivating hearts beyond geographic boundaries. Journalists came to capture this rare coexistence, a harmony that defied expectations and prejudices about nature's rawness. Through Amber, the Pratts grasped the interconnectedness of living beings, the strength found in the simplicity of trust. Each day spent with Amber was a lesson in grace and resilience, reminding them that nature's raw beauty harbored deep familial propensities, bridging a divide as old as time itself. In the end, their collaboration with Amber was less about taming the wild and more about fostering respect and understanding. It was an emblem of coexistence that walked the delicate line between compassion and the purity of instinct, reaffirming the sometimes fragile yet enduring fabric of the natural order. The subtle, silent promise that life, in all its forms, seeks not dominion but companionship.